All right, guys, let me start the recording. Few more people are need to join, but they're having some issue. Okay, no worry. We'll start slowly. Just let me see why my digital pen is not working. Then we can start. All right, guys. So welcome you all in today's session. And we are starting a very brand new FortiGate Firewall Batch. Concept of the firewall, right? And what are the all certifications available in the market for the FortiGate? So you guys will get the right understanding about certification as well. And in case if you have a plan to do certification in future, so you will also understand step by step how we can do the certifications. So one more minute, I'm just setting up my e-pin that's somehow not working. Once it start working, we can proceed with that. Let me see where it is. All right, so I believe we are good. Okay, so now we are good. All set. All right, so let me share my screen. Is my screen visible to everyone, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, good, good. So let me give a brief introduction about myself, and then probably we can start this session, okay? So this is a lab interface you guys are getting in front of me. So once we start the lecture, everyone is going to get a lab, and lab is going to be like this kind of portal you are going to get, and you just have to put the username, password in the captcha, and after that you are going to get a lab. This is my trainer lab. So this lab having a lot of admin right for me, but because you guys are enrolled for the FortiGate, so you are going to get for the FortiGate firewall lab access. Okay. So
Mentava?
hello, Suman. You have any question, man? Suman?
Yeah, sorry, sir. It's unmute.
Okay. All right. So you can mute yourself. So everyone who is going to be just, part of this session, right? That all are going, let's suppose you are going to enroll for the multiple courses like Palo Alto, FortiGate, SD-WAN, F5 load balancer, CCNA, CCNP, you are going to get all the course access. But if you're going to enroll just one course, then you're going to get one course lab access, and that is going to valid for 2 months. Okay. If course is going to even finish before 2 months, you're going to get lab access. If course is exceeding due to the holiday, due to the festival, or might be trainer is on a leave, sometime we having emergency, still you have a lab access. So 2 months is like as per the company policy, but due to the trainer side delay is going to happen, course is going to be delayed for some reason. Guys who joined with the name of TTBS, please may I know your name? TTBS. You are speaking on the mute, unmute. What's the name? TTBS. Let me mute him. So please let me know your name. I will
Hello,
just.
hello.
Yes. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, I'm Balkrishna Rajput.
Okay, okay, Balkrishna. Okay. Thank you. Please mute. If you have any question, please ask me. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So everyone, if you guys have any question, you can raise your hand. You can just unmute yourself. Make sure around you we have very good environment, no noise, nothing. So other people are going to be distracted, and unnecessary class is going to be disturbed. Okay. So try to be in quiet place where you can understand concept very deeply, because you are learning firewalls, right? And firewalls are very, sensitive in terms of the protecting the traffic. So you have to be very sensitive while learning to understand each and every concept. So that's my recommendation. Try to stay a quiet place, and also try to take a notepad and the pen, and you try to make a note whenever I'm going to speak and explain any key concept. Try to take a note. So that is going to be help you in terms of the good learning. So I was talking like different labs we have. We have the CCNA, CCNP, CCI, Palo Alto Checkpoint, Cisco SD-WAN, Versa SD-WAN. We also have the G-Skill Lab, Custom SD-WAN Lab, 5 Lab. So whatever the course you're going to enroll, based on that your enrollment, your lab access is going to be there. So this lab access is going to be valid for the every course 2 months. But in case course is going to be delayed for any reason, your lab is still going to be there. There. In case any issue in the lab side, like might be the server downtime is more than 4 hours or 8 hours. For some regions, you are going to get extensions as well, so you don't have to worry about that. So lab are going to work 24/7. Means whatever the session you are going to take, we are going to provide 24/7 lab access. Means anytime from anywhere, right? You can take access of the lab. You just need the internet access. Any PC which have a minimum 4 GB, means any working PC who can access the internet, they can access this lab. Your computer doesn't require any kind of a load. Your browser need to be open, and browser have the all kind of the accessibility. Means your browser is able to open the internet, you can access the labs and you can do all the practice. So you don't require any like 16 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM, no, nothing. It's just a working PC, any laptop, any PC, you can just access the URL. And after accessing the URL, you can start doing the lab. And this URL is going to be accessible from anywhere across the globe. Means you just need internet access. You're sitting in the USA, sitting in the Dubai, sitting in Singapore, sitting in the India, any state, any region, you can access that. All right. So in this FortiGate, because we are talking about the FortiGate, so let me take a couple of minutes more. In the FortiGate firewall, you're going to get a lot of labs. You can see these are the pre-built topology. Means when we are going to start, you have to do a lot of practice. You can see clicking on this. This is the content ID, user ID. This is just name, but in Palo Alto, we use the content ID, user ID. But in the FortiGate, we use the security profiles. So how we can integrate the AD, how we can match the content for the virus, antivirus, anti-spyware. Those things are going to checked, and this is going to be in part of this lab. So this you can see we have the AD server also. Different one PC, we have the Linux server, we have the FortiGate firewall, and also you're going to get site-to-site VPN, client-to-site VPN. You can see these topologies. HA we have the FortiGate Palo Alto site-to-site VPN configuration, routing lab we have, Day Zero lab we have, vWire lab we have, FortiGate firewall interface lab we have, and single one arm sniper multi-VLAN lab we have. Also we have the layer 2 interface mode lab in HA. So we have a lot of labs. These labs are just topology. Means if you're going to open a lab, you're not going to find any kind of the predefined configuration. It's just a topology. You just think about this is a low level design. And based on this low level design, I'm going to explain each and everything from the scratch during the classes, even how to assign the IP address for the firewalls, how to assign the IP address for the client, what configuration need on the switches, how to ping, how to trace. So these level of the low level understanding I will give during the initial set of the firewalls. Once you have the good understanding about the firewall, probably we can go and move, do the configuration for the policy NAT, advanced configuration. Definitely you have to follow me while doing your learning. So just follow my blueprint, follow my lab guides, follow my instructions, follow my recordings. And based on that, you're going to be complete these labs. All right. Now, the recordings, every class which I'm going to cover, that is fully recorded. Means session is going to be 100% recorded. Means every word we are talking that's everything is going to record it. And this recording is going to be accessible. Access of recording is going to be lifetime. So you are going to get a recording of lifetime. And where you're going to access this recording, we have the learning portal. We have two portals. One you're going to get from the guinet.com. This is the main portal of officials where people come and buy themselves as a recording. So you can just get recording from here as well. But we, for the live classes, we have the separate portals, and these portals are going to be on learn.guinet.com. So every recording is going in the these sections. You're going to get in the video courses and 2026 live recording courses. Means whatever the classes we are going to do that in 2026, we are going to get here. All right. So you're going to get all this is the first FortiGate firewall in 2026. means last time we started this month only Palo Alto 2 batch, but this is the third firewall batch because Palo Alto always having very high demand. So my batch is running on the weekdays and weekend both. So this is the first FortiGate firewall, and in 2026. So you guys are going to be lucky and to start this 2026 FortiGate firewall batch, and you're going to get access on this portal. And if you have the mobile app, right, you want to download and watch the video on the mobile app, you have the Google Play Store app, and also App Store apps. You can just download our app from here also, or you can just search the GUINET. You're going to find, and you can download the app and you can access the recordings. All right. So every class is going to recording, and definitely a study material like give me 1 second. So every ebooks means when we start learning, so probably I will refer the official books. I always try to refer official books to start doing the configuration, like either interface configuration, VLAN configuration, aggregated configuration, software switch configuration, hardware switch configurations, zone configuration. You can see we have the DNS settings. You are going more in routing, static routing, dynamic routing. These all will do that, right? We have to do the like policy and all. So you're going to find that how policy object is going to be created. We are going to do the VPNs, IPsec VPN, SSL VPN. You're going to understand what security profiles like what is the antivirus, web filtering, video filtering, DNS, file filtering, like we have the VoIP solutions. These all integrations, how it is going to happen, system, how HA you can configure. So I will show the course content detail, but definitely you are going to get a lot of insights because I have to follow the official book, and I would recommend you all also follow the official books. So you are going to get more aligned learning objective, which is going to help in terms of troubleshooting, configuration, and also crack the interview. If you're also planning for the certification, it is going to help you a lot. All right. So this is how it is going to happen. What next? Next step about me, who I am, and how why you should learn from me. Why not you go and choose other learning platform, right? And you can learn from any other trainer, vendors, company. Why only you choose the GUINET, right? So let me talk about a little bit, few minutes for the GUINET. So GUINET is one of the leading edtech learning platform, right? And we are the private limited company based in the Delhi NCR. And since 2019 we are in the training and dealing with a lot of courses like you can attend the live courses, video recorded courses, even the workshop. And our headquarters is in Noida base, and we have the Cisco courses, firewall courses, Zscaler courses, SD-WAN courses, load balancer courses, cloud courses, DevOps automation. So almost every technology we are touching, you can just find on that. And if you have any requirement, you can always reach out to support teams. You can contact the support teams. You can write an email, and you can clarify your query if you have anything. The number and email is written here, so you can always get detail from here, right? So this is about the GUINET, and you are going to get the completion certificate also once you complete this course, because we are the MCA registered and a startup India registered company, and also we have the incubation with the UP government universities like NITs, GL Bajaj. Also, we are incubated, so that's also going to help a lot because we are already registered in the UP government partnership for the EdTech learning for technical education. So that is also going to be helpful for the anyone who is going to be complete the courses after taking the certification from us because it's a valid government recognized certifications. What else, guys? So about me, why you should learn training with the GUINET, because I'm the leading instructor in the GUINET, right? And along with me, other instructors also providing training like Cisco, data centers, DevOps, ICE, Versa SD-WAN, and also we have the CCNA, CCNP instructor. So myself is basically Pankaj, and total I have 16 plus year of experience, right? And I work the company like I work like started Jetty Telecommunication, work with the TechM, right? I work with the SCL twice, right? Uh, then I work with the BT twice. I work with the Rackspace as well. Sorry, Rackspace. And now I'm working with the one of the global consulting company where I'm the principal solution architect, right? So this is my past, right, where I work as a L1 engineer, and that's completely network domain. Since beginning, I started my journey from the complete networking domain. So I joined as a NOC engineer, field engineer, where I was responsible for install the router switches on the field, along with the BTS, BSC telecom devices. And then I moved in a Tech Mahindra, where I was handling one of the Canada-based project, that was the BAL Canada, and I was also their network engineer. So I work on a different role, L1, L2, L3, and then I become the L4 engineer, team manager, technical manager. Then I also work as senior manager, principal solution architect equivalent, and I manage the global team also, not only in India, because when I was in BT in the rack space, I was keep managing almost across the globe, like US folks under me, and also like Asia Pacific, like Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, and some of the Taiwan and Malaysia folks also reporting to me. So I understand like how the global business work and what they actually need and what kind of person they are looking for. And while this all my journey, I understand the pain of any L1, L2, L3 engineer, and also the customer expectations, what they are looking for, what kind of skills they are looking for, and what are the gaps missing in the market. Even we have the very good opening available in the market, but still companies are struggling to find the right resource. So during that my all tenure, I was also keep upskilling my internal people like L1, L2, L3 who working under me, or might be the cross-functional trainings also I keep organizing. And that's helped me a lot to build a training kind of the trainer kind of personality in my like SCL and BT journey, where I understand this is going to be a game changer if you are going to really give the value of someone life in terms of the upgrading them. So from there, I start developing my passion and I start doing the freelancing whenever I free in weekdays or weekend. I keep giving the public batches occasionally, and then I gradually make as a my full-time work. And now I'm doing the consulting and also one of the global consulting company. I'm just working as a consultant and giving the training as well. So that's all my journey, and I'm just not only limited to the firewalls. I can deliver training, I can deliver end-to-end solution for the Palo Alto firewalls, FortiGate firewall, Zscaler, Prisma Access, Checkpoint, Cisco. These are my key highlights. Along with Cisco SD-WAN, Versa SD-WAN, Velo Cloud SD-WAN, Cisco ICE wireless routing switching. These are also like my favorite product because my journey started from the routing switching. So I'm pretty much confident and comfortable in these products as well. So if you guys having any questions, any doubt, any feedback, always feel free to ask me. Not only limited to the FortiGate, if you are stuck somewhere, you have some kind of the like you need a mentorship, you're looking for something guidance, so you can always take suggestion from my side. I will try to give my best, whatever I have a knowledge based on my real time scenario. All right, this is all about me. All right, any question till here, guys? Anyone have? All good? Any issue
Yeah,
like with?
hi, sir.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sir. Yes, Suman.
All good?
Hello.
Yes, yes, Suman, tell me.
Yeah, sir. Uh, like in FortiGate, including SD-WAN also, they're covering
No,
it.
no, I'm coming into product line very soon. Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, let me clarify. So, FortiGate having a lot of product. Okay. So, FortiGate itself, this is the one is the FortiGate. You are going to find another one is the Fortinet. So, don't be confused. Fortinet is the company. Okay. This is the company, and FortiGate is the product. So if someone is saying that the FortiGate, so this is just one product and it is known as the FortiGate firewall. So Fortinet company having a multiple product. Let me show you how many products they have. Just hold on. So these are the FortiGate. You can see these are the Fortinet products. We have the application delivery controller, we have the Forti analyzer, we have the network based video conferencing, Forti clienting, Forti NCP, Forti Deceptor, dynamic applications, security testing, email security, FortiGate cloud, 40 AI ops, blah blah blah, 40 DevSec, 40 ETR means 40 switching. So we have multiple products of FortiGate. Multiple products. In this also you're going to find you are going to find the FortiGate SD-WAN as well, like FortiGate IPS, 40 LAN cloud, 40 manager. You can see this is very important. 40 isolator, right? And 40 LT 5G wireless WAN, identity management services, 40 monitor, 40 OS, 40 PAM, and you can see here 40 policy, secure SD-WAN. This is your FortiGate SD-WAN, 40 is same. So what we are going to cover? We are going to cover FortiGate Firewall in this session. So in this FortiGate Firewall, you guys are going to understand step-by-step process how the FortiGate Firewall can be configured, how you can just design if you have any requirement of the FortiGate Firewall integration of the production, what are the models available in the FortiGate Firewall, how NAT is going to be there, how policy is going to be happen in the FortiGate Firewall, how the next generation firewall of the FortiGate Firewall is going to look like, and also if you have to build the HA and all, how basically you're going to build that. So if I talk about the FortiGate certification roadmap, so you're going to find that what product we are going to cover. So earlier we having the certification like NSC 4, NSC 5, NSC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but those product line has been completely like removed from market, and they have the new kind of the certification roadmap. And these roadmaps are basically you're going to find fundamentals, associate, professional, solution specialist, and the expert. There is no NSC 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kind of the certification available. So if you're going for the fundamental and associate, you can do this certification by your self-learning. They are very basics. If you've done the CCNA, if you have basic knowledge of the computer, and even you've not done the CCNA, if you want to learn the fundamental, you can learn that. But for associate, I would recommend you should have the CCNA. So these are the e-learning based certification available. You can just go and do learning, and you can just do that certification if you really want. If you don't want to do that, you can just ignore it. But the professional level of certification, I'm going to cover. See, these professional level certifications have three track. One is going to be Fortinet certified professionals. This again, Fortinet certified professional, again, Fortinet certified professionals. All are professional, but which one you are going to be learn in my session? You are going to be learn the basically Fortinet certified professional network security. And what is network security? There is two components. One is network, another is security. So you are going to secure with the help of the FortiGate firewall of your network. And what are the network? Network is like connection of the one means more than one devices. If they are going to connect together, they are going to build a network. Like two computers are going to connect together, they are going to build a network. So in your offices, you have a router, you have a switch, you have a firewall, you have a server, you have a printer. If these devices are going to connect together, they are going to form a network. But how you are going to bring the security on that network? For that, you require the network security devices, and that is your firewalls going to be come in a picture. So this is the network security firewall, and here FortiGate firewall is one of the product you're going to learn. But this is not only alone, it is going to make you network version. No, few more product you have to learn. I'm going to come on that. But this is, you are not going to learn this security operations. You are not going to learn about the public cloud. These are two different track. Okay, so we are going to just focus on the network security. I hope this one is clear. Now, if you are targeting to become SD-WAN, so you have to learn SD-WAN again here, the network security again here. So in this solution specialist, you are going to get SD-WAN solutions also. If you are moving yourself in the SASE platform, again, SASE required the SD-WAN. SASE, how many of you aware about SASE? Anyone know about SASE? What is SASE? Anyone? No one know about SASE?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
It's
you
cloud
know.
platform, sir.
Sorry?
Cloud platform, sir.
Okay, cloud platform. Why you use the SASE?
Like we need not to depend physically. We can directly it's going through that SASE there pops. It will connect.
Yeah, that's very, very fair enough. So see, this is the future, guys. Suman is correctly right. So if you have a target, the target is basically you have to become a network engineer. This is the first target for me. If you have to become a network security engineer, this is second target, right? And third is going to be SASE engineer. If you have this roadmap, you're going to be, survive very long lasting in industry. And trust me, guys, if you follow this roadmap, right, network engineer, network security engineer, or SASE engineer, you are going, if you have a 10 plus experience, okay, 10 plus years of experience, you can easily get 40, 50 LPA from market. Just depend, right? Means the bracket would be this bracket. Where you're going to crack your interview, which company, totally depend, but you can fall in this bracket easily if you have this kind of this skill set. Even you are just good network security engineer with the help of the FortiGate or Palo Alto, you are going to easily get 30 LPA, 25 LPA, 35 LPA. But if you are going to become a SASE engineer, this is the future, okay? And I would recommend for everyone, my every professional who is my community, my students, I strongly recommend them just go for the SASE. Just keep roadmap for the SASE. If you're just dreaming for SASE, you're going to get more value in the market and also you're going to earn more money in the market. So this is how SASE is basically security services. This is not a course. This is going to combine a multiple technology together. That's one is a firewall is a one thing. Firewall is a service, right? The second you're going to find secure web gateway, SWG. Also you're going to find DLP. Also you're going to be know the concept GTNA. Also you're going to know about the SD-WAN. So that much concept you have to bring together to become a SASE engineer. Means you have to go in the firewall solutions, you have to go in the secure gateway like proxy solution, DLP solution, zero trust network access, and SD-WAN. Then you are going to become a SASE engineer. So even you are doing the firewall and SD-WAN, partially you are going to be SASE engineer. All right. So I am going to target in this module, basically that is going to be network security engineer. That's completely going to be covered. Now, if I'm going to train you in the network security engineer in this SASE module, so what I'm going to give you the value throughout this journey. Till 2 months, we are going to cover this session. What value we are going to get? So I'm not going to talk about this fundamentals. These are the basic things. Also not going to talk about this associate level. But if I go for the professional level, and especially if I go for the network security, you can see. So there are multiple exams. But very first exam you have to learn in the FortiGate firewall. If you want to become the FortiGate certified professional network security engineers, very first exam you have to crack, that is a FortiGate administrator. This is the first exam, okay? And you can say main exam. Once you pass, means means you have to become firewall champion. This is the firewall champion. This exam is a main exam and you must have to pass. But still you are passing this exam is not going to give you the FortiGate Fortinet certified professional badge. This is the core exam. Along with this core exam, you have to clear one elective exam. And there are total, you have a 7 choice. And what are the 7 choice? Either you have to understand and crack the exam FortiGate client, EMC administrator, Forti manager, Forti analyzers, Forti authenticator, and Forti NAC, and Forti switch, and secure wireless LAN controller. So even you can see we have the switching, we have the WLAN, we have the authenticator, we have the Forti manager, and we have two administrator, EMS administrators. So what I'm going to cover for you, so you can crack the exam. So the key component of out of this 7 is the Forti manager. So these two things I'm going to cover in this course. Let me show you how it is going to look like. So if I'm going to show you the FortiGate firewall, if I just simply log in the FortiGate firewall, but let me show you the Forti manager also. We have deployed the Forti manager in our infrastructure. So I can just, let me start that. and I can just demonstrate how it is going to be look like. Okay. So the IP is 118. So you can see I'm going here, HTTPS. So this is my Forti manager. Beautiful cats, right? Let's see. Okay. So I will just add this username and password, and I'm going to find my Forti manager. So you're going to be champion of this tool because this is in-house tool, and even I have the physical firewalls on which I'm going to onboard. I have the multiple physical firewall with me, and you're going to be get, like you can see, this is one of the physical firewall. The serial number is this firewall, and this is my FortiGate 40F firewall that has been onboarded. Right now, firewall is switch off, so it's showing down. But once I'll turn on this firewall, it is going to be again up and working. So this is also going to be covered. Okay, one question is there, sir, please explain what scenario like question asked for this concept. Yes, I will definitely cover this all. Even when we start this, once we complete at least week or 2 week classes, then I will help you to prepare yourself for the interview preparation also. And whenever I'm going to explain any topic, I will also make sure what kind of questions are going to be asked, right? That's also very important. So I will explain those all learning objective after doing the summarization of this particular topic. If you're going for the interview, what are the questions they are going to be asked and how you can handle those questions very easily. So that's also going to be covered. Don't worry about that. So this is the Forti manager. And if you're going to check the FortiGate firewall, let me see if this FortiGate firewall is ready to use. Okay, so system interface. So this one having the IP, this one, let me log in this one. So you're going to get this FortiGate firewall. So this product, you are going to become a champion by default. This is going to be covered. And the second product, you're going to get champion of this Forti manager. So these are the two actually examination point of view you have to understand to get certified on this FortiGate means FortiGate certified professionals. Is it clear for everyone? And what is a Forti manager? I will explain. How FortiGate firewall? I'll explain everything. But you should take a note. If you are planning to become a FortiGate expert in certification point of view, must you have to complete these two learning. And I'm going to fully cover these all things in my this lecture.
What
Moving.
about Forti analyzers?
Forti Analyzer is just monitoring tool. So I'm not going to cover, but if you have any doubt, I will definitely cover 30. But this is just monitoring tool. Just going to give the insight, telemetry data is going to be sent to that particular devices. So just have to operate the tool. If you have the good logical, you can just navigate the tab, you're going to understand. But this is not part of the syllabus. But if you have any questions, let me know. I will answer that also. No
Sir,
problem.
40 manager is something like that. Like if we have a multiple firewalls in our production. So if we need to do some kind of changes in every firewall. So I think it is centralized kind of device, na, sir?
Yes, so Forti Manager is the centralized management tool. Okay, single pane of glass. By sitting on that Forti Manager tool, you can manage thousands of firewall, hundred of firewall. You don't have to log in each and firewall individually. And same way, if you're coming from the Cisco SD-WAN, we have the vManage. If you're coming from the wireless, we have the WLC GUI, where you can manage the multiple AP. If you're coming for the Palo Alto, you have the Panorama. So those are the tools. By using that central management, you can do that. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Any other questions, confusions, guys? Anyone have?
Sir, one more thing. Like so,
Mm.
without like with this roadmap, like you will learn the entire things in the training. Okay, so it is just enough to get to clear the certification and also become the expert in future.
Yes. This professional exam, if you want to do that, this is professional. It means you are going to be expert of the FortiGate. Nothing means 100% course is going to cover whatever scenario you can think about. I'm going to showcase the course curriculum as well, what I'm going to cover. Even course curriculum is not going to show your Forti manager, right? But Forti manager is going to cover. That's my commitment, because course it's not included that because the course had been designed for the FortiGate administrator only. But Forti manager is just add on, because keep students asking, sir, how to manage the centrally the firewalls, how we can onboard the firewall on the Forti manager. That's why we start adding the last quarter of 2025. Last quarter of 2025, this Forti manager also we introduced in the course, because there are a lot of requirement keep coming. Else it was earlier, if you're going for any other institute, so they are going to just talk about the FortiGate firewall, nothing more than that. Theoretically, they are going to talk about the Forti manager, but they are never going to show you the onboarding process, because most of the e-learning platforms not having the physical appliance. And also, if they have a physical appliances, they don't have the setup to onboard them on the your infrastructures. But we have the luckily the Gwinnett have these all internal infrastructures. So I will show you. And once you are going to be done this all two modules, I must say you are going to be champion of the network security. Why? Few things is very important, and which I'm going to take very seriously in my classes. If you're going to become any firewall expert, the very first thing, you should be good in the routing. If you're not good in routing, my suggestion is start learning the routing. Second, you should good in the NAT policy. And third, going to good in the security policy. If you are going to champion of these three things, and fourth is the HA administrator going to be there definitely. Almost you are 80% champion of the FortiGate firewall or any other firewall, because these three things always going to require any communication you're going to do in the any firewall. The first, they will check the routing. Second, they are going to check the NAT policy. Third, they're going to check the security policy. If either of is going to miss, your traffic is never going to work. Okay. So for routing point of view, I will do how to configure the static route. It's all lab we have. How to configure the BGP, how to configure the OSPF, right? And RIP. Four protocols I will cover completely. That's why in our lab topology, if you're going to see that, we have a dedicated module for the routing also. And I will show you the real-time redistributions, means how to redistribute the protocols from the BGP to OSPF, OSPF to BGP, how to inject the default route, how to redistribute the default route, how to inject default route in the OSPF. So those level of understanding I can give, but you guys have to make commitment to little bit learn about the routing. If you don't know what is the OSPF, you don't know what is the BGP, try to learn at least little bit. Trust me, guys, whatever you're going to do in your career, if you want to stay in the network security now, you must have to be good in routing. Always going to be needed. Always. Trust my word. So the one thing, that's one definitely. Second thing, 90% communication, even 90% plus communications. If you are going to do on the internet, always you have to talk from the LAN to either internet, or you have to talk on the cloud. This time you require the NAT policy. Without NAT, you don't have to, means you can't do any communication. And this Palo Alto NAT having a multiple flavors. This Palo Alto having the lot of flavors of NAT. Let me show you. You have to understand, see the list of the NAT. You have to understand what is the SNAT, first basic NAT, network address transition. That definitely I will explain that. But you have to become a champion of source NAT, destination NAT, source NAT based on the overload, source NAT based on the one-to-one NAT, source NAT, what is the fixed port range, port block allocations. Port block allocation is not mentioned here, but port block allocations and fixed port range. Let me write here. Port block allocations and fixed port NAT. These also you're going to learn in this FortiGate firewall. So NAT is going to be always there. And along with that, you have to be the champion of the security policies, how it is going to be there, how security policy is going to be configured. how Mac based policy you can create, how local user based policy you can create. And what I mentioned that the protocols, BGP, OSPF, EIGRP not supported by the FortiGate firewall. That's why you're not able to see a RIP static routing. These all are going to be covered. All right. So if you have that much of knowledge, I don't think you're going to be struggle in your journey. You must be going to be always able to resolve, able to logically think how to troubleshoot and how to fix the issue. So that's why whenever you start our module, see, this is the official course curriculum, but more than that official core curriculum, you are going to get that. I will explain probably in the next class, the basic terminology, what is a malware. I will explain about the FortiGate history. We'll talk about the lab, how it is going to be accessed, right? We'll talk about the vulnerability. We talk about the ransomware. We talk about the exploit. We talk about the spyware, DOS attack. Means basic cyber security concept we understand. And then I will start with the day zero configuration. Let's suppose you have the any FortiGate firewall, brand new FortiGate firewall, and you want to do any configuration on the FortiGate firewall. What is the initial working lab is going to be there? How you can create the interfaces, how you can assign the IP address, what is a virtual wire pair, how you can allow the HTTP access, HTTPS access, you can allow the DNS access, SNMP access, Forti manager access on the FortiGate firewall. So those all things I will cover step by step during all these configurations of the FortiGate firewalls, right? And once you have these two modules and you have the good understanding, we'll move on the further about the routings, how you can create the address object in the FortiGate firewall. What does mean address object? What is a service object? How we can create the static route? How we can create a dynamic route like RIP, OSPF? We have the redistributions, how we can redistribute OSPF route into BGP, BGP to OSPF, a static route into the OSPF, a static route into the BGP, and how we can inject the default route in the my BGP and OSPF. What are the best practices while injecting, what we have to take care so that we cannot have any kind of a network disruption while doing these all configurations. So these things definitely we are going to understand and we are going to learn throughout these sessions. And then after we talk about the firewall policies, means how we can create the policies, what are the policy framework, means anyone is going to create a policy. So we have a lot of tabs, so we have to understand each and every tab means meaning and why these all tabs are needed in the policy section. So if I'm going in the policy, you can see here, so this firewall policy have like we can create here, like we have different meaning, like incoming interface, outgoing interface, source, destination, schedule, services, actions, inspection mode, NAT. We have the, like you can see, IP pool. We have the preserve port, protocol options, security profiles. So we have to understand each and every, means what does mean the proxy base, flow base, why extend, deny, allow, what is schedule, what is services, what is asset decryptions, what is the log allowed traffics, packet capture, enable policy, disable policy. So you guys have to champion each and every parameter which is written here in the policy sections. And in that, during that situation, you have to also understand how I can create the policy based on the Mac, how I can create the policy based on the user ID. Means if I want to create the AD integration, then how I can create, if I have the local user, then how I can create that policy. Okay. And then this is NAT, what I discussed that. Means you have to become the NAT champion. Everything you have to understand NAT. And this is the next generation firewall feature. That next generation firewall feature is going to allow, if any content you are sending and receiving from the internet, means content means actual data. This is your actual payload or data. If you are sending and receiving from the internet, this going to be always inspected by your FortiGate firewall. Means what are the viruses there, any bad URL accessing, any kind of the DNS, bad DNS we're accessing, or bad DNS resolution is happening, any not non-compliance application you are accessing. Let's suppose Facebook is not to be accessed, so Facebook is blocked, so you can just control the Facebook access, or you want to allow the Facebook access but you want to block the chat, that also possible, you can do that. Any kind of the IPS intrusion preventions, intrusion detection, you want to do that. That also you can do that. Inspection mode you want to define, you can do that. Which inspection mode? I will show you how it is going to define. Again, you have the NGFW mode. How we can define the NGFW mode as well in your FortiGate firewalls. So these are different things you have to always keep in your mind while doing this configuration of the FortiGate firewall. And I will show you this all not theoretically. This all is going to practical, hands-on. Everything I will showcase on fly, how traffic is going and how firewall taking actions, and with the log, proper log. So I will show these all. Then after we'll see how we can integrate the FortiAD. So you can see in this lab, if I go back again my previous lab, so we have the real FortiGate AD, means AD server, and I will integrate this AD in two more. There is two authentication method is going to happen. One is the passive authentication and one is the active authentication method. So active authentication and passive authentications. First, we have to understand what is the active authentication, what is the passive authentications. In active authentication, how the my client traffic is going to be flow from the LAN to WAN or LAN to LAN from the different zone, and what kind of the process, how authentication is going to happen. But in a passive authentication, how FSSO is going to be there. If you go and search, I will install one of the FSSO software, that FortiGate single sign-on, FSSO. Hold on. If you're going to find, see, so Fortinet single sign-on. This is the one of the lightweight software I have to install in the my AD server. And based on that installation, every user client information is going to send to the FortiGate firewall. And that domain controller means going to be inherit all the user information. Any client is going to join the domain controller. Whenever he or she is going to access any kind of the URL, they are going to be just check the policy based on the user name. And if it is allow, and is going to allow. If it is block, then it is going to be block. So this is how it is going to be happen. Okay. So this is your FSSO, which is going to be there. So I will showcase this all in the proper lab, active passive authentication, and this is the VDOM. What is a VDOM? Virtual domain. How physical firewall can be split into multiple firewall. And that I will show you in the live, because I have the physical firewall in front of me. I will connect in the network. I will onboard on the my FortiManager. I will show you everything, how physical firewall can be split into multiple firewall. And what does mean VDOMs? How VDOM is going to be helpful in the production network. It's like the VRF. You can just think about the VSS in the Palo Alto. So it's a virtual domain. And then also we discuss about the transparent mode, virtual wire pairing, software switch, what does that mean? How we can integrate the SNMP lab access, how we can do the backup restore of my any configurations. Means most of the time, you being a FortiGate engineer, you should know all the process operationally, how we can do the backup, how we can do the restore of any kind of the configuration from the firewalls. So those backup restore, factory restore, like SNMP integration, syslog integration, I will showcase each and everything, and so you can understand in detail how this can be, integrated in real-time production environment as well. All right. Any question till here? Any doubt in modules? All clear. Give me thumbs up if everyone is happy till now. No doubt.
Sir, like
Yes.
for this, we are configuring like IPsec and SSL VPNs also, like how we can.
Yeah, I'm coming. Yes. So this is the last module, last 3 modules. You can see here. So this is a very pain point for the every engineer. Okay. You must be champion of the IPsec VPN, means how we can create the route-based VPN, how we can create the policy-based VPNs, what is the VPN concept, how we can bring the site-to-site VPN, if you have to big the hub in a spoke VPN, how we can do that. So these all going to be not practically. I will first talk about the theoretically, means what is the phase 1, what is the phase 2, why we need the VPNs, what is the authentication, CIA train, means encryptions, authentication, integration, data integration, reply detections. Those all parameters I will talk. Then I will talk about the IPsec phase 1, phase 2. In IPsec phase 1, what is the my ICKMP protocols? So what is my ESP protocol? What is my AH protocol? What is my phase 1 6 packet exchange, main mode, and I have a quick mode. What is my transport mode, tunnel mode? That everything we have to understand. So that is going to cover in the my IPsec section. And then we'll cover the SSL VPNs, where how my remotely user is going to connect my network, how my remote user is going to connect my network, and how they are going to build their tunnels from their FortiClient software. So I will install, there is two method we are going to use. One is going to be agent-based VPN, where we require the FortiClient software in every PC or client. Second one is agentless agentless VPN. Agentless VPN is not required for the client. We can directly do set up VPN via web browser. Okay, so I will show these all both, right? Means how agentless versus agentless. What is the meaning of agentless versus agent-based, and how the setup is going to happen for the browser base and then without browser base. So this also will cover. Last module, not last, the last is going to be FortiManager. Again, I need to add one more module here. The last module 14 is going to be there, which is not here. That is the FortiManager. So in last module FortiManager, I will talk definitely how to onboard firewall on the FortiGate. But in the HA, you have to understand what is the HA, what is the high availability, how active passive setup is going to be happen, how active setup is going to happen. Does really require the active or active passive is enough? If I'm going to active passive, then what drawback it is going to be give, and if I'm going to use the active, what complexity it is going to add, what kind of traffic it is going to load balance, and we'll do the lab and all. And the last FortiManager. So I will show you onboarding of real FortiGate firewall. And after onboarding, we'll create the policy, we'll create the NAT, we'll create the routing via FortiManager. Anything else, if you want to learn system HA, any OS upgradation, also we can do that. So these all things we can do via the FortiManager. So this is how our course structure is going to happen. So I talk about the lab access. Lab access is going to be 2 months, right? Recording is going to be lifetime. You are going to get the study material. I talk about myself, who I am, and why you should opt this. Gwyneth, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to counselor. If you have any question, you can also book one-to-one meeting with me. I will try to find my free slot. I will definitely talk to you. But yes, I will give the value that's the best going to be fit for your career. And I definitely, it is going to transform your professional journey. We're going to get a lot of opportunity in the futures. So it's open question for you all, because the last 5 minutes I want to give, because already I discussed 55 minutes. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And then after
Yes,
we
sir.
can wrap up. Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, yeah, sir, like this SSL VPN is FortiGate going to be closed, right?
Sorry?
FortiGate is going to close that SSL VPN.
Right now it's not closed. It's in productions, SL VPNs. Okay, IPsec, SL VPN both are there, right? And they're going to work on the basis of clientless and client-based. So agentless or agent-based, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Like
it is,
in IPsec, we can able to site to site, means site to remote also we can able to do.
yes, there are two methods. One is IPsec and one is you have to SSL VPN. Both are going to support. SL is basically going to be exchange the communication based on the HTTPS. SL is basically your HTTPS based communication, right? Certificate needed and all. IPsec is basically different protocol. So both we can do the testing and both way it is going to support it. Okay, Suman?
Okay, sir. And
All
one
right.
more thing, is there any at least basic concept for that FortiGate SD-WAN? Because in our organization,
Yeah,
we are
definitely.
using
So
under.
FortiGate SD-WAN, I'm starting a new batch by this month only. First week I'm going to start. Okay. So be ready
Okay.
for that. I will give the brief idea how this SD, because I am the instructor for the SD-WAN as well. So I know how the overall concept is going to be covered. So any questions you guys have, you can feel free to ask. There's no problem. But SD-WAN is required again 30-40 hours to complete that particular course. So that's required a separate module. But if someone not have the FortiGate firewall knowledge and trying to go FortiGate SD-WAN, I would not suggest to go that. Okay, it's going to be challenging for him or her. All right, someone. So if you have
Okay.
any question, buddy, please feel free to ask me. I will try my best to give you the answer. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Like
Kisi
they
ko
have,
aur? Yes.
yes, sir. Like they have configured all the tunnels and all IPsec, all are, and also all are connected through SD-WAN. We are having Tata Airtel links are connected through created as a virtual link. They are connected through some SD-WAN rule they are implemented.
Mm-hmm.
So in this SD-WAN part and all, I have doubts. Like
Okay,
if we
we'll
connect one
discuss
by
in
one, I
upcoming
will share
classes.
my screen.
Suman, I will cover your query when once we'll start the classes now by next class. Whatever
Okay,
query you
sir.
have, try to ask me. I will try to take your questions. So otherwise also going to benefit it.
Okay, sir. If possible, if it is possible to connect one to one also, I will share my screen and
Okay, okay,
list
okay,
you can explain that
okay,
is helpful to me, sir.
okay, okay, okay. We'll do that.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Any other question, guide? Apart from Suman, are all good?
Sir, throughout the session, like you will show some kind of troubleshooting scenarios or like different
Yes,
kind of
yes,
experience.
definitely, definitely.
You have been
Every
working like multiple organizations, so you can let us know that what exactly.
see, troubleshooting, packet capture, these are part of the course.
Yes.
So you can expect troubleshooting. As I mentioned that every module, after module, you are going to get summary. You're going to get T-shoot, right? You're going to get, if you have any scenario based interview preparations, what kind of questions. So this can be either after session or during the session. It's both way possible. So just remind me, even I'll definitely capture that. But if you still feel like I need to be extra focused, so we can have a one more session on that. There is no problem. Okay, Malvi.
Sure.
All right. All right, guys. So I believe it's a great. I didn't take introduction of you all due to time limitations, but definitely in next class I will take intro from everyone, so we know each other in very good way, and we can have a good bonding throughout this session, so we can enjoy it together. All right. So see you in the next class. Probably you're going to get a Zoom session for tomorrow, might be day after tomorrow. I'm not sure about the how
Uh,
uh, planning is going
Sir,
to
I
happen.
have
sir,
question,
one
sir.
doubt, sir.
Yes,
This is
Jay.
Suman.
Yes, yes, Saab, please go ahead.
Suman, sir. Yes, sir.
Someone, I believe Sa is also asking. Sa, let me finish. Sa, you asking something?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, how long is the course time, sir?
Sorry.
How long is the course time, sir?
So course is, we are starting in the January. It is going to be mid of the February, because regular batch is going to happen Monday to Friday. So it is going to finish mid of the February.
Okay, sir. In this at this time, 7 o'clock Indian time, sir.
This is going to be 7 o'clock, but it is going to shift to 8 to 9 IST PM.
Yes,
Okay, sir.
that's what I want to tell you, sir. Because up to 6:37 we are in
Oh,
the office
I
only.
will set this batch from next class onward. 8 to 9 is going to happen. This just, today my slot is busy because I have to start another class. Okay, that's why I start a bit early, because there are a lot of waiting students are waiting for me. But the class is going to be 8 to 9 only. Okay.
Okay, sir. That is better, sir. Because
Yeah,
7 means
definitely.
we unable to attend
No
sometimes.
problem. I know. You guys are busy working. So 8 to 9 is the class timing is going to be 8 to 9 p.m. IST, Monday to Friday.
Okay, sir. Sir, and one more thing. You were saying like this already January is completing. You're saying like February going to be including SD-WAN also, right, in FortiGate.
No, that's a separate batch is going to be happen. So it's still
Okay.
it's weekdays or weekend is going to happen. I don't know, but we are going to start very soon for to get SD-WAN.
Okay. Including these all content you are into,
No.
adding that
SD-WAN is
SD-WAN.
SD-WAN totally different track. This is a firewall I'm talking about. This is the firewall model we are talking about that.
Okay. That content is different completely.
Yeah, completely different. There's no means firewall is totally different. SD-WAN totally different.
Okay, okay.
Any weekend batch is going to start, sir, from the, or like it will be the weekdays batch only?
Weekend batch just finished my FortiGate. Last week finished. So I will see when it is going to be start. But right now we're starting for weekdays only. Because weekend already my Palo is running, SD1 is running, so I don't have bandwidth. If you guys looking different trainers, so I can just think about that. We can start. But if you're really looking for me, so that's going to weekdays only as of now, FortiGate.
Okay, fine.
Okay. But if you have any problem for my session attending, then even my weekend is going to come. You can just join that. You just talk to counselor
Yes,
and
in
ask
some
them.
days, like in some
Yeah.
days,
So
it
yeah,
might
so
be
don't
just
worry,
like that.
recording is there, and still
Yeah.
you want to be part of my weekend session. So it is going to be definitely happen. Not today, not very soon, but it is going to happen. So you can just ask your counselor. They will include you as well. All
Sure.
right.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is also helpful, sir. If some classes if we miss, if we are engaging in any activity at our office or something, if in weekend that is better. If you're allowing that kind also,
Yeah,
if possible,
definitely.
we can join that call also.
Definitely. Understand. All right, guys. Sorry for that. I'm getting late. My students are waiting in the next session, so I need to join that. Okay. Sorry
Thank
for
you,
that.
sir.
I really want to talk, but time is not allowing. So we'll meet again. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll
So
make
thank you
sure
so
next
much,
time we
sir.
have more time and we have more discussion. Bye bye. Take care.